Hey guys, it is finals week now. It is actually Tuesday of finals week, the 17th of March, and Monday I didn't have a final, so that's why I'm starting on Tuesday. I did actually have a final last week. Our radiology instructor let us take our final during dead week just to lighten up our load for finals, which we really appreciated, and I did really well on my final. So I was able to actually pull out an A in the class. I had like a 91 or something in the class going into it, and a 92 is an A, but I did well enough on the final to get an A in the class, and I'm really happy about that because that was the one I was most worried about, that I would possibly get a B in it. So mission accomplished. So I'm driving to school now. Yesterday we didn't have a final, but our small group class had a group paper that we had due, and oh my gosh, no matter how many years of school that I do, I will always hate group assignments. They're absolutely the worst. At least the paper's over, so we turned that in last night, and then today I have two finals, and they're by the same instructor, so she's gonna let us take them back to back if we want, or come back, because you're given 2 hours per final, like that's just like a rule. So technically they're scheduled 10 to 12 and 12 to 2. So you could take your one at 10 and then leave and then come back at 12, or she said you can just take them back to back. So I'm just gonna do that, just get them done and go home. And then I have one more final tomorrow for pathology. That is where I'm at. I have to get like an 83% on the final in prevention to keep an A, and then for seminar, which is my first final this morning, I have to get like a 46% or something to keep an A. So not very worried about that one. And then for pathology tomorrow, I think I need like a 79 or some kind of like higher C to keep an A. So none of them have to do like super good on. Like my radiology one, I had to get a 96. My camera. My radiology one, I had to get a 96% on it to get an A, and I got exactly a 96%. So that was stressful, but it worked out. So hoping that the rest go well today. I don't know why I'm kind of nervous for prevention, just because I didn't study. Like honestly, for these two finals today, I didn't study that much. Like I literally studied yesterday for the first time, and not even that long. So like a couple hours while I was watching TV. But prevention and seminar are always the classes that I kind of don't worry about too much. But prevention, I have to get an 83 to get an A, and I never do worse than that, so I should be fine. But I'm getting to school right now, and it's 9:25, and my first final is at 10. I just want to look at some stuff over for prevention because I am going to take them back to back. So okay, I'm back. It is 11 o'clock, and I took my finals back to back because she said that we could if we wanted to. So that's what your girl did. I finished both in less than an hour from when we started because I'm just a fast test taker, I guess. I did good enough to get A's in both the classes, so I'm really happy. I didn't actually calculate the percentage of what I got in them, but pretty sure they were both B's. So clinic, the seminar final, was actually harder than I was anticipating. I didn't really study for it at all because I don't know, a lot of it you just know because you do some of it in clinic, and you have real life experience doing it, and I don't know, it's just one that you can kind of wing most of the time. But I got I don't know, it's just some questions were harder than I was expecting them to be, but I only need to get a 46% or something like that on the final to still have an A, so I could have completely bombed it and then still pass. So I didn't completely bomb it or anything, it was just harder than I was expecting. And then for prevention, I needed 50 out of 60 on it to keep my A, which is an 83%, and I got 52 point something on it out of 60, so I got I don't know, probably an 85 or something like that, which good enough. I got just good enough. I was a little bit nervous to keep my A, but I did, and so now I just have one more final tomorrow, and I need 40 out of 60 on it to keep my A. So I'm really gonna study. I know grades don't really matter, really, like as long as you pass all of them, that's what really matters. But the last couple of weeks I've been thinking about possibly continuing to get my master's degree and possibly teaching hygiene. That's something I've been really interested in lately. I don't know for sure. Either way, I'm gonna be a clinician for a couple years, which I think you have to anyways before you become an instructor, which makes sense. You want like real experience, not just school experience. Either way, I'm gonna be a clinician for a few years, and if I really just enjoy doing that, then I'll keep doing that. But I really love helping people learn, and I don't know, it's something I'd really enjoy. And also there's just a lot of benefits to being an instructor, like all the time off. Like that's not the only reason I want to do it, but I really want to have a family, and dental hygiene is a great career for a family, someone that wants a family. Sorry, my camera keeps like tipping down. Anyways, but if I was an instructor, like I'd get spring break, winter break, summer break, and my husband is also a high school teacher, so he gets those already. Our kids would have that. Like it would be so fun if our whole family could just travel during the summers and all these things. Like I wouldn't have to be working all year round while everyone else in my family has all these breaks off. I don't know, I think that's something I would really enjoy because family is really important to me, and the more time I could spend with them would make me really happy. And also I just genuinely think I would really enjoy being an instructor. So maybe while I'm getting my time done as like a clinician, maybe I could be an adjunct for a little bit in the clinic, just helping out in clinic, because you can do that with just a bachelor's degree and not a lot of experience. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. I'm just kind of gonna figure it out as I go, but that's what I'm kind of considering. But anyways, why I said that with grades is because obviously I want to have good grades if I'm applying for a master's program. So yeah, I'm looking into it right now. One of my instructors is getting her master's right now because you have like a 3-year gap where you can teach and work on getting your master's degree. And so she's one of our instructors, but she's also getting it online. It's an online master's degree. So yeah, something I'm thinking about. If you have any questions about that, I'll answer what I can. Okay, I forgot to do like an update about the coronavirus and what's happening with that. So pretty much, like I said, I have finals this week, so they did not cancel finals. I know a lot of schools went online, and I'm pretty sure our school and the community college here are the only schools in Oregon that are still open right now. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we're the only 2 in the state that are still open, so that's awesome. So anyway, so yeah, I took my finals like normal. My last final will be tomorrow, like normal. And then they decided to cancel our first week of spring break. They decided to cancel our first week of spring term. So now we'll have an additional week for spring break. So we would be starting back like March 30th, I believe, or 31st. But now we're not starting until April 6th. And even when we do start school on April 6th, it will be online for 2 weeks. So first week canceled, and then 2 weeks after that will be all online. We are not even allowed to have clinic. So things are getting kind of weird with clinic because obviously we have certain requirements we have to meet and all that stuff. So it's not for sure what the plan is going to be to make up for missed clinics. I had said previously that we have some dry clinics, which are clinics where we don't actually have patients. So those are actually going to be done during those 2 weeks virtually. So, because it was mainly about paperwork and stuff like that that we don't actually need to be in the clinic for. So that'll kind of help with some of those missed days. And then she's trying to get us to be able to have another clinic on Fridays. So instead of just clinic Tuesday, Thursday, then we would have clinic Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, since we're missing 3 weeks of clinic. So that's what she's trying to do. And if not, then we would have to do clinics a couple weeks past and go like into the summer, and she really doesn't want us to have to do that, so she's trying to be able to get us to do them on Fridays as well. So that's the plan. Obviously it would be nice to not have to go into the summer, but now that means I have to find another patient for Fridays as well, so that just puts more stress like on the week. So like every week, instead of having to worry about 2 patients, now there would be 3. So honestly, this whole thing has just made everything worse. I'm pretty sure like boards exams, like the national boards, has been canceled for at least a month. So if you're a senior in your program, a lot of people are sad about that. One good thing is that at our school, the seniors are done after winter term, so like they have finals this week and then they're done, like they're graduated. So at least for them, that's awesome that they can just be done and not have to worry about this crazy weird half online crap for their last term, because that would be sucky, especially if we did have to go into the summer. Then it would take them even longer to be done with their requirements. So I'm glad that our school, they're done after winter term. So, but yeah, that's what's happening right now. So it'll be very interesting. And I don't know for all of our classes, but at least with the classes with the instructor that had my finals today, we're going to be using Zoom for our classes online. So it won't just be like, you know, whenever you want, like do your stuff. It's like you're going to Zoom into like a virtual thing and actually have class when we are scheduled to have class, just at home. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, I can't wait to update you guys all on how school is going to be like in the first half of, well, really the whole spring term. It's going to be interesting. Half online in the beginning, and then like extra clinics. I don't know, it's going to be an interesting term. Like I'm already stressed about it, and we're not even done with this term yet, so we shall see. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know how that was affecting my program. Okay guys, it is now Friday actually, so finals are over. My last final was actually on Wednesday, which was 2 days ago for pathology, and I needed like a 66% on it to keep an A in the class, and I actually got 100% on that final. She used every single question on the final were recycled questions, either from like homework or like a past quiz. So I literally knew every single answer, like without hesitation. So that was great. So ended that class with an A. The only class I don't know my grade yet in is small group. So I have no idea. Like I have a 97 in the class right now, but the only thing that has been graded were 3 out of our 4 quizzes, which were 25 points each. And then what's not graded is our last quiz, and then 2 papers. One was 100 points and the second one was 200 points, which by itself is half our grade. So like I have a 97 right now, but we have like barely anything graded. So who knows, like I could get an A in all my hard classes and then not get an A in my like easy like non-dental hygiene class. So I don't know, I'm kind of annoyed that he hasn't graded anything yet, so I'm just waiting for that. But I've gotten all A's in my dental hygiene classes this term, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually driving to my campus because, well, update on the coronavirus. My last update, I think I told you that our first week of spring term was canceled, and then the 2 weeks after that we're going to be online. That is no longer the case anymore. The first week is still canceled, and now the whole entire term is online. So that has really changed a lot of things, considering we are a program that requires clinics, and it's been like government mandated that no dental clinics can do any like non-urgent procedures. So obviously we cannot have clinic. We actually just got an email saying our clinic is probably going to be rescheduled for summer term, just like I figured was going to happen. So I don't know, it's not the end of the world. I feel bad for some people that were planning on like leaving Klamath Falls for the summer, because obviously that's not the case. But me and my husband, like, we're planning on being here, so like it doesn't affect me that much. I mean, it would be nice to have like my summer off, but oh well. I mean, it's kind of nice now because we can just focus on school, like classes, and then have clinic after. But I mean, it's also kind of sad because we were gonna, you know, start seeing patients in April. like we were gonna start clinic back up the first week, practicing on each other for the first week, just for one last time, and then starting seeing patients April 6th was like what was gonna happen before this whole corona thing happened. And so now probably late June would be the first time, or mid to late June would be the first time I'm seeing a patient, so that pushes that back for me. This is a really weird time, but I don't know, I'm gonna document it. All of our classes, well, not all of them, but a lot of them will be on Zoom. So yeah, it'll be weird, but I don't think it'll be that bad. It's unfortunate that clinic gets pushed back, but like I said, you know, we'll pound out like our lecture classes during this term, and then summer we'll just have clinic. And one thing that's nice is that it'll probably be easier for me to get patients in the summer. Honestly, not that upset about it, but now we have like a long time without practice, and then like going back in June. So obviously we stopped working on each other in March, so that's like 3+ months going without practice, and then jumping into seeing our first patients. Like, I don't know, something about that freaks me out, but that's what's happening. And the reason I'm driving to school is because so we have 2 scaling cassettes and 2 assessment cassettes, which you probably don't know what that means, but just like our instrument sets, I guess you could call it, or kits. And I had one at home that wasn't sterile that I would use to practice on or type it on, but since we were going to be seeing real patients now, I brought it to school to get sterilized, so I would have both of my scaling cassettes sterile to use with patients. But now that we are not going to be seeing patients for 3 more months, they told us that we should continue to practice at home since we can't have actual clinic. So I'm driving to the school right now to grab it out of my locker, because this might be the last day that our school is like open. So I'm gonna go grab that right now, so I can still practice and not forget how to do everything. So I'm gonna try to make myself practice instrumentation every once in a while. We'll see how that goes, but I will definitely be continuing to vlog, letting you guys know how school is going during this weird like online thing. I don't know, it's gonna be very strange, but she said, you know, we'll be using Zoom, at least for my one instructor who teaches seminar and prevention. We'll be using Zoom for our lectures, and we'll still be able to break out in groups somehow. I don't really know. I've never really used Zoom before, except for I did like a webinar with it, but I've never used it for like actual school before. So that will be interesting. And then I did have a question. I don't have my backpack with me, so I'm just gonna like explain, but I did like a what's in my backpack video over the summer, and I got a couple comments on my last video saying that they would like an updated what's in my backpack, and what's changed and what's like necessary and what's not from what I did last time. And to be honest, nothing at all has changed from my backpack. So what was in my backpack before was my planner, like my pencil pouch with like my pens and pencils in it, and then a binder that have like separators for every class in it and like loose paper, and then one of those accordion like filing things, like it's plastic and you open it, and then there's like tabs for all my classes that are just like for all my loose papers that I get from class, and then my iPad, and that's everything in my backpack. And that was in my video that I did. So those are still all the things that I keep in my backpack. Nothing has changed, but I will tell you that my only thing that I would say is like a necessity is my iPad, which I know is like the way more expensive thing of everything that's in there. But my iPad and my Apple Pencil are literally like the biggest lifesavers and time saver of everything. Like, it's honestly such a necessity. With my Notability app, that's how I take my notes in class. I upload my lectures into the Notability app instead of trying to like speed write down everything in class. I just like annotate my slides whenever she says something that's not on them, or star something that's important. So that's how I take my notes. And then whenever I'm doing like homework or anything like that, I need to find an answer to something, I literally can just search in the app, like a question about fluoride. I can literally type the word fluoride and it'll pull up everything, you know, like Command F-ing on a page. It's like the same idea, and it'll pull everything up that says fluoride. It even works with like anything I handwrite on my slides. It somehow is able to also read my own handwriting. So it is a really easy way for me to find everything in my notes. It is everything. I don't know, I couldn't be doing this program. I mean, I'm sure I could, but it's a lot easier with it, I swear. And then the binder and the accordion filing thing, I definitely use it. We get handouts in class. If anything, I would say, I don't know, you could probably get away with just one or the other. You probably don't need both because I don't use them all the time. I think it's good to have paper on you instead of just an iPad, because you never know when you need like real paper in class, which is like not often. But like you could do, instead of having both, you could just have, like, say you wanted to do the binder situation, you could do the binder and just have, I know they have like inserts that are like folders, so you could put like loose paper in it, so you could do that. Or you could do like the accordion thing and just have like some loose paper in one of the pouches. Like you could do one or the other. I just have both just because, like, I don't know, because I already have them both. But yeah, nothing really has changed at all. The only necessity I would say is iPad, and then probably a planner as well. I know there's like digital planning options, like you could probably do that on the iPad, but I just prefer a paper planner. But yeah, that's the update. That is what's going to be happening next term with this coronavirus. I feel so sad for people that are supposed to be graduating. They haven't canceled our graduation here at my Klamath Falls campus, which happens in June, because June is when they're like thinking things might be okay again. They're not sure, but like no earlier than June. And so that's not canceled yet. But like our Salem campus, the dental hygiene program there, which is part of our school still, they graduate in March, since that's when the seniors are actually done, is in March, just like here. So they graduate in March, and that was canceled. My old school was done in May, and so they've canceled their graduation. So I have a lot of friends there that should be, you know, graduating college, and that's a big milestone. Like I would have been sad when I graduated from there if my graduation was canceled. So I feel my heart goes out to them. Same with anyone that's in high school right now. Prom is canceled. A lot of graduations are canceled. Like, there's just a lot of people are missing out on things that they've probably waited a long time for, and so I just feel really sad for them. Luckily, everything that's been canceled for me, even though it might be like inconvenient, it's nothing that's really that bad. Like, it's okay, clinic's gonna be in summer now instead of spring. Like, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, I feel bad for people in those kind of situations right now. But that is it for now. Sorry, my dog has been whining this whole car ride. If you guys have any questions about anything, about any other coronavirus type stuff, how it's, you know, affecting school, let me know. Or just about dental hygiene program at all, leave me a comment below, and I will see you guys in the next one.